Hey guys, I am working on a corner-to-corner stripey blanket. And what I mean by stripey is that I'm doing 10 rows for each color and then changing. And for this blanket, I'm doing it in a royal blue, a white, and a gray because I'm making it for my grandson, and he is a Yankees fan. So I'm making that for him. Now at the present moment, we are working on increase rows, which is pretty easy. There are some changes that you do when you get down to decrease rows. But I am doing this corner to corner. I started here with down in the main corner here, I started with a chain 6 and then 3 double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chains. And from there, I'm working, it just increases each time. You can do this with half double, single, but I'm using double crochet, which was the standard when it first came out. Now, I've already taken off the blue yarn. Of course, you can do this different ways, but when I finish up one color, I do a chain 1, pull it through, leave me a tail long enough that I can weave that in later, or sometime during the making of the quilt. Sometimes I don't wait till the end to weave my ends because I find them irritating while I'm working. How about you? So let's get started here. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, which is an H. Oh wait, grabbed the wrong hook. The 4mm is going to be for the stocking. Gotta make a blue stocking. My 5mm hook, which is an H hook. And what I'm going to do is, because we are still working in increase rows, I'm not moving over to this stitch yet to work in, because I'm still working on adding my length. So at the point where I completed that last stitch and did the chain 1 to pull off to trim, I'm going to go back in that stitch. That's where I'm going to join my yarn and make a slip knot. Now I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now go to the 4th chain, do a double crochet, 5th chain, double crochet, and into your 6th chain you will double crochet. Now I will pick up the tail of my white just to try to conceal it some. Now, when you join back, you see there's this gap here because you have, let me see if I can get over there to you. When you're doing corner to corner, you're always, if you're doing double crochet, you're making 3 double crochet stitches and then your 3 double crochet. Well, we're going to slip stitch in that chain 3 space that was made. And of course, here is where we will do a chain 3, because we're going to make that chain 3 for the next row. So the next row knows where to put the stitch. Now we're going to proceed and go ahead and add our 3 double crochets in this stitch space or chain space. Okay, so there's 3. And as you see, I'm just pulling that, and then I'm going to just move it to the side because I want to weave it. Now I'm going on over to the next stitch that was made in the previous row. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 stitches and then a chain 3. So I'm going to go through that chain 3, and that's where I'm going to make another chain 3. and then I will complete my 3 double crochet stitches. And we will continue to do this same process all the way up until I get to the size that I want it to be. I'm thinking that on my other huge blanket that I did, I had to go up to 70, 80 or 90, somewhere around there, on increased stitches, before I finally was able to start the decrease side. Decrease side goes a lot quicker than the increase side. But that's the fun of making a corner-to-corner quilt, because you're not making it left or right. You're starting in a corner, and you're making that quilt, you know, diagonally. And so it's something different, something fun. If you've been wanting to do graphs, pictures on your quilts, this is a great way and tool to use, is to print that graph and let your graph be your block. I've made quite a few of those. And you can use different hook sizes, different yarns. I've used quite a few different yarns. For a summer baby shower gift, I used cotton yarn. I usually don't use cotton yarn on my quilts, but it was summertime and I wanted something just lightweight, and the mom really loved it. But I like acrylic yarn. It works well. The yarn I'm using is Red Heart from Walmart. Now, of course, my preference of yarn, my favorite yarn, is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. But, you know, it gets a little expensive if you don't buy it on the week that's on sale. But this is basically working on a corner to corner. If you were going to do it as a half double stitches, then of course you wouldn't have to be doing the chain 3 like I am. You would just go into that chain space and then just chain 2. But because I am doing double, you know, I put 3 chains. And you see here as it continues, and I can tell you, so I've got 10, 20, 30, 40. I'm on row 41, the white, because I just started it, and each row is 10, so it's easy for me to keep up on what rows I'm at. But as you can see, this is what it's looking like, and you just continue to go across, and when you get to the end, let me see if I can bypass all of this and just show you, and then I can take it apart. When you get to your last, or right there, the second to last, and you go in and you do that stitch or chain, 1, 2, 3, and you have joined, and then make 3 double crochet. Okay, now you're at the last, so you're going to join here. Okay, that doesn't complete it. You've just joined to the last stitch. You still have to do your chain 3 and make your 3 stitches, your 3 double crochet. And then that completes a complete round, or complete row for 41, I'm sorry. And then to start the new round, you're going to, of course, chain 6. And then in the 4th stitch, 5th stitch, and 6th stitch, you're going to double crochet. And then that round is going to make, you're going to complete 42 stitches. If you get confused, count your stitches along the way, because if you leave out a stitch, it will become evident that you're off on it, and you got to make sure you put the stitches. You got to make sure you have all your stitches, and you don't want to get you know, so far along and then realize you have to frog the whole project. But to make it, you can't just omit stitches. You gotta put a stitch in all of it across. And it's a fun and easy project. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. But corner to corner is really fun. It's easy. You can do not just blankets, but you can make scarves, you can do hats, you can do pots, pads, pillows, anything that you can think of in crochet. I know my head's stocking. My head's like blah blah because it's like 2:30 in the morning. But you can make anything with corner to corner. And start, my advice is, if you're starting out with it, start with solid colors and learn the basics of knowing how to do your increase rows, learn how to do your decrease rows, because without the knowledge of knowing that, it will make it hard for you to complete projects. So in my opinion, I would make like a small scarf, pot holder, a 6x6, something small, just to practice how you do an increase and then what you do to do a decrease. Because if you go up to 10, then that means you're going to start decrease rows at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, because you have to have that miter. It starts in a corner, it increases, but it slowly decreases to come back to that little mitered end. So practice small and learn how to do it. If you have any questions, I would love to help you. I'd love to do a tutorial and try to help you as much as possible. Guys, enjoy it. Don't be intimidated by, and I've had a lot of crocheters who tell me that they are intimidated by corner to corner. Don't be. It's just another process in learning how to do something. And once you get it, you got it. Have a great day, guys.